Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to create a shape on your skin tone artwork, and we are going to be using space to create this shape. So when you go supply shopping today, you are going to get two things. You will need a piece of black paper, and we're going to use some liquid glue today. When you get back to your seats, we are going to start by creating a shape we want to use for our artwork. We just talked about illusions and how some artists use space and different shapes to kind of trick your eye. So our goal today is we're going to think of a fun shape we can draw and then cut out and glue onto our skin tone artwork. So here I have my black paper. I'm going to start with my black paper and draw some kind of shape. I'm going to keep mine simple, and I'm going to draw half of a heart. So I'm going to take my pencil and draw the shape of a heart. If I make a mistake, I can always use my eraser on my pencil. I think I'm going to fix just this top part here. Once you like the way your shape looks, then we're going to use our scissors. At your table, you will have a pair of scissors you can use to cut out your shape. So once you draw your shape, go ahead and cut it out. As I'm cutting, I am turning my scissors to make sure I cut exactly that shape. Now, I'm gonna need both of these pieces of black paper to glue onto my skin tone artwork. Once I've drawn my shape, once I have cut out my shape, then I'm going to find my painting, and here's the fun part. You get to decide where you are going to glue your shape. Now you can see here, I have not painted this other half of my paper, so I'm actually going to use this bigger part of the black paper, put it on the side that I have more white. If you have a side you don't like the colors you mixed, maybe you'll cover some of those up. The other side of my shape, watch this, this is where the illusion comes in. If you take it and you kind of match it like a puzzle piece, but then you flip it over, now you can see that I've made an illusion of space by using both of the pieces of black paper that I cut. Once I line up what I'm going to glue down, then I can open up my glue. And here's where you're gonna have to try and make sure you're being neat. Remember, when we use liquid glue, we use dot, dot, not a lot. So I'm gonna glue this bigger black piece down first. Because I'm gluing it right there on that side, I'm gonna flip it over and start to add dot, dot, not a lot. That dot got a little big. And whenever I do dot, dot, not a lot, I don't do it right on the edge. I leave a little bit of space so that I have enough room in case some of my dots are a little too big. Okay, so I have done dot, dot, not a lot on the whole paper. Then I'm going to bring back my painted paper. I'm gonna be neat and try to line up my corners, just like you see here. Then I can tap it down. Here is where you're gonna find out if you use too much glue. If you use too much glue, it's gonna come out the sides. You can always get a paper towel and wipe it off. Like right there, I got a little too much glue. I'll use my finger for now. Okay, now I'm going to glue down the other half. This is where I want you to line it up first so you can see where to glue your other half. So I'm gonna add glue on this side of my paper because I want to finish that space or that shape. So I want to make sure I glue the other half down right here, and I'm going to give it a tap. Usually when I glue something down, I not only tap it, but sometimes I even flip my paper over and give it a massage. Once you have glued down both sides of your black paper, one on this side, one on the other side, then we're going to let it dry. If your paper has lots of glue that came out the edges, we'll put it on the drying rack. If it only has a little bit, we can put it back in our color folder. We'll add our final details our next art class. Happy creating!